Show your tits.
Wow!
Twitch, was that you?
Show your Twitch.
Our Twitch chat representative here.
There we go. We need somebody in a bathtub.
No, chat. I'm not gonna show my tits.
Only if you pay us 10,000 though.
That's only thing.
Okay, so I guess let's do a recap here.
Blink.
What happened last session?
Oh,
We went shopping.
We did go shopping.
It was at the end.
Everyone got fancy, nice ball gowns.
Mm-hmm.
We got out of the mine.
It started with dehydrated guards.
Yeah, it started with
exsanguinated guards.
Yep.
Guards no more.
Yeah. And then
Just water.
exsanguinated in a different way. Priests or clerics.
Yeah.
Throw them in the microwave.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, that was.
Into the ceiling.
Well,
So we started with getting out of the place, and then we were carrying our boy.
right.
Yeah.
And then we
My
meet
boy.
with your godmother.
Mm-hmm.
And we are now cleared of our names. No murder charge.
No murder charge.
That's what that note meant.
On the exception of the fact that as long as we,
It's just been replaced by a days without incident card.
as long as
We've been not wanted for one day
So far.
so far. We also might be wanted for something almost immediately afterward because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you love when you go to bury a close friend and instead you get
find
accused
all
of
of
a crime
You find all of his friends dead
And then you leave him at the crime scene.
with a witness?
with a tow bag, which is supposed to be for his burial. 20
With
gold.
20 gold.
And
It seems a lot more like a calling card, though.
it does, and it's on his toe, and I'm like, oh, I was thinking
you
about
toe
it.
tagged this guy.
Leaves valuables at the crime.
And then
That's
took
my
the
question.
only live guy that was a witness and sent him to somewhere safe because I'm afraid that he's gonna get got by the shadows because shadow demons came back and fucking deleted
And it
everybody.
might be your brother.
I'm pretty sure that was Vern. It is nice.
But if it came from the shadows, I'm not sure because I feel like it might have, like they were all whispery and stuff because you were the way that was brought up. It seems like it's shadow demons because they came from the dark, and it was in the middle of the day.
Could have just
which,
lied about coming from the shadows.
But I'm not convinced that the vampires, and the forces of darkness, as the other forces of darkness, as it were, could easily be working together. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, they probably might.
What do you think?
You know what? Jury's still out. So, but
All
yeah,
I
you
know
guys
is
did find all.
We're blaming
all
the
Astor
shit
guys
out of him
dead.
if this turns back around on us.
But if they were vampires, they would have eaten them, not pinned them to the ceiling.
I don't know, maybe they're sadists.
I figured they would have done that and killed them. Maybe peeled their fingernails back and
They
shit
did
like
leave
that.
a lot
God.
Okay,
of
what
blood
about
for
the
kickers.
All of
That
us
may be
have seen The
totally
Dark
normal.
Knight. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
But either way, that's a snack. I'm just gonna leave a fully cooked cheeseburger on the ceiling.
As a message.
As a message.
You're not good enough for us.
They're fucking clerics. They've been
stake.
untouched,
It's-
bro.
Staked to the ceiling.
It's religiously tainted. Ew.
Whatever. Either way, people were pinned to the ceiling. Bad guys were there. I took the only witness and sent him to Arkenhaven like a fool. But I was also like, I don't want him to die because I've literally killed their entire everybody by just coming here. But they were looking most likely for the fucking the piece of the
forgot.
armor, and I can't remember the.
I forgot that you got kidnapped in a casino for a second.
Yeah, the King of Monsters. I went to the fucking
right.
casino.
And you're by yourself.
You're part of the mafia now.
The last
Congrats.
session feels like a
right.
fever dream.
Ah, damn! Yeah, I forgot about that at the end.
I like that we
Honestly,
started.
it kind of was. It wasn't recorded, so it kind
The
of
summary
feels.
started with we went shopping, and now it's gone to
There was a
murder.
lot. There was a lot there.
A lot
A
happened.
lot of dead bodies.
Yeah.
Cleared of crimes, immediately convicted of crimes.
Might be.
Before-
At least it was.
Before this one goes up, I'm gonna record an audio recap and try to remember all of this stuff.
Just
and
take
put it
this
on there.
and parse it.
There you go.
Fucking sick.
This nonsense.
This absolute
Episode
word
8
vomit.
is 5 minutes of us just sitting around. What the fuck happened?
It's not inaccurate.
Fair enough.
Oh, and the waking up half dragon.
Yeah, your ear's missing.
You going full batshit because you're like,
I think understandable. If you woke up missing an ear,
No,
you'd lose your shit.
100%.
It was scabbed at first, and that's what's like, oh no.
Oh, it's bad, and then it comes off, and you're like, oh, it's worse.
So then and then
it's
next
not
the distraction is shopping.
Shopping.
Woo! And then retail therapy.
And then
to solve all of our problems.
Naturally.
No retail there.
I don't
And then
know.
this one goes
Target
off.
tells me otherwise.
And then this one goes off and then gets kidnapped by the mafia. That's where we ended.
Well, it was. I went out and I was.
To be fair, we ended with Tulad going to the nearest temple to ask for aid. That temple
Just
turning
so
out to
happens
being
be
a
front.
casino, and it's kind of. It seems like it's a front.
Shocker.
And where we left off and where we'll pick up today.
Your ignorant
is-
religious ass being like, the casino is the perfect place to ask for help.
There's a lot of money here.
There's like
It's very shiny.
there
It's
are
just
like 20
elevation
temples
church.
in this city, and you chose the only one that wouldn't help you.
Hey, I'm sorry. If the preacher has $1 million house and a private jet,
And has committed fraud. It has been confirmed he has committed fraud.
I don't know
And
what
that
the
church is still
inspiration
there.
Oh boy.
But
Chris just left.
he had to go get some milk or something.
milk.
Understandable.
He's done it before.
Yeah, that was odd.
Tulad, you are beckoned upstairs by the individual you have known to be Diana, the assumed Crimson Fox, and her employer, this large orc gentleman, this guy you've met once before in a negotiation that did get a
Almost fucking-
little tense.
We got a little uppity.
You know this guy is Lord Ord Cayman. As he beckons you upstairs, he takes you by the arm once you get up there, and he has a heavy-handed, like, duck head wooden cane. And he just links you by the arm and goes, I was wondering when our offer of employment would marinate on your mind, just this way. And Diana kind of slides in behind you, just not like forcing you to walk, but boxing you in with some intimidation tactics.
A little smack on the ass.
Touch the cheeks, I will fuck you up.
Just a little tickle. No. But you do get moved into this hallway that leads down to this nice. Words escape me. It's just a nice varnished wooden door. And he just kind of picks his cane up, raps on it twice. It opens slightly, and you just see a pair of eyes. It closes again. You hear a chain unlock, and the door swings open, and you hear the immediate bustle of people talking, chips hitting tables, a clinking of glasses, and you see the space open up before you for about 20 yards or so, with tables and tables and tables, and tiefling girls in scant dressing, just kind of like waiting tables.
Visible disgust.
Yeah.
Mostly about the money. He understands women are doing whatever they're going to do.
Suits
But
and
like,
ties behind bars and tables, moving chips across tables, and he just goes, yes, this is a good place to talk business. And he kind of walks you into the space. Diana closes the door behind you guys.
it's a little bit loud, wouldn't you think?
What? As Tulad is encountering this, what are the rest of you doing?
Where'd we leave?
We
just
were-
You
finished.
We're,
guys
like,
were
finished
just
shopping?
chilling. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's about midday. Tulad wanted to go take care of this, and the rest of you were just kind
I-
of chilling. Yeah, Asuka had gone somewhere too.
back to the rooms.
Yeah, Asuka had gone back to the tower. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that was that secret thing.
Secret.
Whispers.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
I think after we finish shopping, I'm gonna come up to you, kind of like sheepishly, be like, this is my first time ever doing something like this.
Visible confusion.
Well,
Oh,
the ball.
okay. I
we
was like, where the fuck is this going?
You propositioning me right now?
Well,
I've never done this.
since we've kind of put off saving your boyfriend,
50
you and me,
God.
Sorry, ignore me. Keep going.
You kind of remind me of my adopted father, so now I've got this weird.
Jeez.
Damn it, Freud gets another quarter in the jar.
He can't keep getting away with
They
it.
can't get getting away with this! He's playing us like a damn fiddle!
No.
So sorry.
I just want to make sure I make the best impression while I'm there. Would you mind if, because you know all about this and this is your thing, table manners? I have some, just I want to make sure I make the best impression.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone we've been traveling with, Garrick and Ardosh would have been the ones that I would be concerned about. So frankly, you and anyone else should be no issue. And so I imagine we kind of just sit there, all like point out random things. I'm sure they like fancy. Like,
Are we back at the...
Are we still at the shop? I assume.
That's up to
Yeah,
you guys.
that's...
If you,
it was
if
just
you make
something
it back
after we
there.
finished of like, hey, can at some point in the day... can
So
we-
like while we're walking through wherever the nice dress shop is, I'm sure we're gonna walk by nice like trinket shops, silverware. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I can point out
in
things
the-
and be like,
you're
that's
in the
like
nicer,
the salad fork.
the
you know.
nicer district, right to the east of the castle, next to the river, coming through. Everything in here is bougie. This is like Beverly Hills type area.
So I can definitely give a more proper lesson when we get back. I can have some unseen servants kind of set up a mock table, but walking through, I'll be like, well, that's kind of what that's for. That's a pretty typical
And
layout.
you see me like furiously writing down everything. Like a separate page and over like one of my sketchbooks in the back and just like
Sketch out the
K,
anatomy of
K,
a table plate.
like and like you're trying to describe it and I'm trying to sketch it out so I can visually see it.
that little
Around
one's a
with books on
B&B
your
plate or
head.
bread and butter. And then you got your main plate, you got bowls.
And then, like, other just stuff of, like, so really the main way that the ball kind of works, you arrive, you'll give your title card, which, we'll have to talk to, Kaishari. I know her name. I'm so bad with names. We'll have to talk to Kaishari about what exactly it is, just so you're not thrown off, but, you'll give the card, they'll say your name, and then you kind of enter into the room. And depending on which ballroom it is, we may be descending stairs, but that's neither here nor there, just kind of word vomit, Princess Diaries, blah, blah, blah. It's a pretty good reference.
I mean,
Yeah,
it is.
It's about 1-to-1, I'd
It
say.
is. This is very much that. It feels like that.
And then so when we get back, the goal would be to, like, set up some fake silverware. Not fake, but like a fake dinner.
Yeah.
It's not dinner time, so like a fake dinner layout. And be like, okay, and this is how this would go. And then if Vasca's there, like, hey, what have you been up to?
Yeah, so if you, how long has it been?
We'll say probably 30 minutes or so since you started. You got a head start.
Yeah, would you say that's, I feel like that's enough time, given what I'm doing.
For what you're doing, sure. Yeah, you're basically just
Yeah,
using the
great.
slot. So.
Yeah, I'm using magic stuff, so, yeah,
Using the slot, flicking the beam, showing off.
Guess that's magic stuff. Wait, that's not what you thought! What the fuck did you think?
Use the slot? What?
Use the slot about 30 minutes. I guess that's magic stuff.
Back
Plug
to
the
proposition.
USB stick in.
Flicking the beam.
Jesus.
We're never gonna get
You
around to
guys want
that.
to go back to the beam?
Age restriction!
Rub the knob.
Oh, we still
We
need
didn't
to go
even
back to
record
that.
that.
beam.
That's the thing about the bean. It can be anywhere.
We
Fuck, man.
We didn't even record that. There's no.
There's no evidence of the bean. This is just gonna take us off
That's
of
true.
YouTube
Medical
with no
books
evidence.
too.
It's also really hard for men to find it.
Wow. Anyway.
It's because it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's made up.
Okay.
Big taco making up the beam.
Not
Shut
that
up! Like,
Okay.
hard. Not that hard.
so you guys walk in, and Asuka's probably at a table,
Red
and
velvet
she's
taco.
got some tools out,
No.
and probably just hides something underneath her hands when you walk in, and looks up kind of surprised. Hello. I'm not doing... That's not convincing.
No, it's not.
Claire's eyes immediately darted like to your hands and then back to you. Like she wasn't gonna let other people know that she saw that, but you definitely know she saw that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like she's at a table working on something, so it's not like she could actually pretend that anyone didn't see that she's doing something.
not doing anything.
It's like shutting your laptop when your parents walk in the room. It's not subtle.
I'm studying.
Get in my room. I'm playing
Anyway,
Minecraft.
what have you been up to?
We finished shopping. We were just gonna talk kind of manners, expectations for ball. What have you been up to? Gestures blatantly at table. Please don't say nothing.
Not much. I just it occurred to me while we were being fitted for the ball that I couldn't help but notice this morning how upset you were with the ear thing, and I know you already have accessories that you're planning to wear, but I thought you might like something like this. And she opens her hands and kind of holds up. It's kind of like a it looks like part of it is crafted like a hairpin or like a comb that goes at the back of your head, but it kind of loops around to the sides, and on the one side, kind of attached to it, there is well, on both sides really, but on the side where you actually have an ear, it's just like ornamentation, and on the other side, it's like a replica of your ear, just made out of gold.
Surprise.
To like go there. It's like I wish I could say that this was more permanent. It takes a little bit of my energy to maintain and to have crafted so quickly, but I know that this is going to be an important event for you, and you've been very kind to me in the last week, what with everything happening, and I just wanted to return the favor if I could.
Friend.
Blair's like on the verge of crying, but like clearly not like upset crying, just like she doesn't want to interrupt you, and she's just kind of a little bit overwhelmed, but in a good way this time, not like this morning. And she's just, I don't know what to say.
Not looking at you at all. No eye contact.
Aska, that's so sweet, and I know you're not like a hug person, but that's what I would like to do in return, because I don't have the words to thank you for how kind this was.
Alright.
She like tentatively like steps forward, and like it's a loose one, so you don't feel like constricted, but it has a lot of meaning behind it, because she knows you don't enjoy hugs, and she tries to make it brief, but she really means it.
Yeah, it's good. She doesn't like. She's not super stiff. Like, she returns the hug. It's a little awkward because most, it's just because Aska's a little awkward with people, but.
Well, to break the tension when the hug kind of separates, Blair's gonna laugh a little bit and be like, well, the good news is since getting more scaly, you are less warm than usual, so that's kind of a plus.
That's good. I think. Do you want to try it on? I might need to get some measurements, adjust some things, make sure that it matches size-wise.
Yeah.
But
absolutely. And she's gonna dispel the seaming that she had, and then sit
good.
down because she's taller than you.
Yes. Yeah. Right. So
I was like, oh wait, she's short.
Your opinion too, and yeah, just like try to right. Just don't sit still and yeah. Bad.
Blair turns like beaming at Delilah. So
as I'm like watching you two, and I'm just like enjoying the moment and like sketching you two both.
Candid moment.
Yeah.
Azura, what are you doing?
I assumed you came back, but I guess you If you walked with us, I would have been referring to you
Probably,
for like
like,
manners, but if you wanted to fuck off, you could have.
Where are you guys?
They went
So
back to
we
the tower.
weren't in the dress shop,
Alright.
and then
Looking
you
for
could have
Peter.
been included in lessons if you wanted, but if you want to do something else, you can. Like,
Yeah,
it's up to you.
she's
a princess. She's been to balls. Like, she can
Yeah.
Well, many
Man,
different
she
kinds.
loves balls.
Stop.
but she can
And
she can
outs.
give like
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
higher forms this, but then also that, you know.
She's at the tower, but she's probably I don't know. She's probably messing with some jewels in one of her outfits. She has planned.
No.
Well, because as a noble, she has a dress, and then you can have jewels like within it and such.
So we're over having a good time.
Yeah, she's accessorized.
Match
Bedazzling
luggage, yeah.
stuff.
She's just over there with a bedazzler.
Ka-chunk.
We're having like this really nice sentimental moment, and she's just like
Just bedazzling Princess Lunarium. while everything.
just a giant train.
No, she's on the back of the dress and just puts Juicy across the
Yeah,
Bad bitch.
yeah, that would
That
be
yep,
Azura.
that would be Azura.
That's good. That's good.
Wow.
Tavad. Back inside the Temple of Avandra.
Back to crime.
As you are being paraded through the middle of this casino for all intents and purposes,
I think I
there
still have
are
dirty
eyes
armor
on
on.
you. Oh yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah.
You're covered in blood still, aren't
and
you?
shit.
Kirk prestidigitationed everyone else, I think.
Yep.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there. So, yep, purple cloak, adamantine armor, blood, guts, ray.
Gay.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. As you are walking through, a lot of eyes turn to look at you. And as you look around, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sick. Wow.
Good wow, bad
Oh
wow.
wait, it's advantage. I forgot. I have the 21.
21.
As you are walking through, you gain, let's see, 21. Let's see. You wouldn't recognize anyone per se since you are not of this town, but it's very obvious some of these high rolling tables. You see people with straight up just like judge uniforms still on at some of the tables. You see
Like public officials are
high-ranking
here.
captain's guard of the Oglyre Guard and a few other colors from the other districts at some of these tables. And near the back of the room, at this one isolated table, you see a group of tiefling dudes. There's 5 of them. They're all decked out in nice suits and gold filigree and rings and piercings and stuff hanging from their horns. And they see you walk in, and you see the biggest one. He's like twice the size as everyone else around him, sitting smoking a big cigar, and he just stares at you the whole way.
He's getting cue balls back.
He seems fine with it. As you are led into another room off this one. This one has kind of like frosty, semi-see-through like paper doors that slide. And as you guys enter and slide back, it does muffle the sound a lot and keeps the light coming into just a few silhouettes hitting the door. It's actually kind of private.
Surprising at how much that did for the sound, actually. He's getting rather cacophonous, I would say.
And he says nothing and just moves around. This is a nicer space. It's got like a table in the middle of the room, a bookshelf with a decanter on it. Not quite an office, more like a lounge. And he goes over and immediately pours 2 glasses of some dark-colored liquid and hands one to you.
He's gonna hold it and just
Please, take a seat.
reluctantly and slowly just holding the glass.
So I imagine you have come to inquire what opportunities there are for a group of individuals such as yourselves.
You'd imagine incorrectly. I was looking for charity for a church that is lesser inclined, and I fear that I may be in the wrong place for this sort of thing.
Well, we're always in the business of helping others. Charity, though, is not necessarily good for business. A trade would interest both families particularly well, I think. What goal are you asking for?
I was looking if it would be possible to free up some resources, either food, shelter, different things along those lines, or rather protection, money, maybe even some assistance in terms of building masonry and things along those lines, for a specific church that has recently come under fire. They seem
A church
to be,
helping a church.
Yes, isn't it odd to ask that?
What
for-
congregation was this?
Fine. It's Australia.
Ah, sure.
What's the name?
church?
My friend's church. The friend I just dropped off at the church.
my dead friend, a friend who actually got killed because I brought him there, and then all of his friends are also dead, stabbed in the ceiling. That
I'm not familiar. Is that in the Oglyre ward?
It's a rather hole in the wall, actually. It's over on the other side of town.
Oh, well, as much as we would love to help, and believe me, we would jump at the opportunity, that seems outside of our
That seems like
jurisdiction.
not my problem.
All right. Well, I think my business is done here.
Ah.
Yeah?
And he just, looks up at Diana.
I seem to be staining your couch. I feel that I should probably not be here much longer.
Indeed. Well, if you reconsider, you know where the door is.
Right there? Yeah.
I'm at the front of the door.
Right, the one that's downstairs that I got almost turned away from. I appreciate it.
Indeed. Diana, show our good friend out.
Remind him where the door is.
She just stands
Hit
there.
him in the ass.
Just waits.
Start following again.
She follows you out.
Oh. Right.
There's just
I
a
thought you were
tense
going to
moment
lead
where
the
no
wa-
one is.
Yeah,
listening.
no,
So I'm gonna
she's
stand there and
doing-
look
yeah.
like, are you going to lead the way, or am I supposed to go?
Come on,
Go.
Boy Scout.
Oh, okay. I'm
She
afraid,
just gives an eye roll.
I'm afraid that I stained
Shrug a shrug.
everything. It's just fucking
Tulad is like
disgusting.
the worst person to kidnap because no subtext, no.
Tulad strikes me as the person to fail up.
Yep, kind of.
As you slide the door open and exit the room, you bump into someone immediately. They spill their drink on them and just like, are you kidding me? And the figure looks up. You see these bright blue eyes, this long blonde hair, pointed elven ears, and he just looks at you. And just,
I apologize. Can I buy you another?
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You press the digitations, the stain away. He just goes, as you were. And then you hear someone call him off to the side. And he gives you another look up and down and walks away.
Did I get that name?
You did not.
Dang.
It was in Elvish.
I think I know Elvish.
Really?
Yes.
What?
I forgot about it. I straight up forgot about
I-
it. 'Cause I
I
commented
did
on
know
my
it,
Quori, and
then
then
I-
because of my religious background, Elven.
I did know it. I forgot it, and then I
have it?
learned it
Well, I
again.
don't have it here, but I miscounted one.
Oh, when you were doing the.
Yeah, because I looked at it in D&D Beyond.
Oh, and you found it on
I
there?
found.
Right now, if you want.
Oh yeah, fact check us. Does
think I did.
Tulad know Elven?
Is this a fucking liar?
Lying is not virtuous.
Yeah, but neither is Gerard.
Neither is Tulad.
True.
He's a man of God. What do you mean?
We are currently in a casino temple. What do you mean? What do we mean?
The fuck is
Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Quarry.
Wow. Okay.
Forgot I had Dwarvish.
You do get the name then. You hear one of just a table full of elves. They do call his name Irithill. Irithill. And he just kind of, it's cool, it's fine, I'm fine, it's good, it's fine, and walks off in that direction. Diana just, well, you're really trying to get yourself killed today, aren't you?
I seem to bumble into that sort of thing quite often, if you haven't noticed. My attire is also speaking for that, I'd hope.
Well, you might want to get out of here before half the people in here realize who you are.
They know me.
No, you're just not good for business.
What? I mean, duh. But do they have context for that? That's my question.
She gives you a nudge and like is now looking over her shoulders at everyone, and you get the sense that she's kind of uncomfortable in this space. Gives you a nudge to keep walking. As you guys finally get out of the room, close the door, and are back into this just hallway, she's like, let me tell you a little secret, since I don't think you've been in a city before.
No, I've not.
There's the people in charge.
Wow.
There's the people who
He's asking
think
to
they're
get
in
mugged.
charge. And then there's the people who actually run shit.
Oh,
That room is full of people who actually run shit.
Falcone, is that you?
interesting.
This is literally
Do-gooders don't last long. Alright? Get the fuck out of here.
Alright. Enjoy yourself, I guess.
Yeah, we don't do that.
She says in a casino.
Go.
You walk away and eventually hear the door reopen and close as you are on your way out. You make your way down the stairs, and the lady at the front desk is, "Oh, did you enjoy your time? Did you have any big winnings?" Well, it's okay to break even too. That's breaking even ain't losing.
That's really not what I was here for.
Oh.
That's really not.
Well,
I gravely misunderstood what was going on here. Thank you for your time and your service. And
absolutely. Maybe the Holy Spirits will touch you better next time. May the fates be on your... Shit, what was the card? And she pulls out a card. May the fates be on your side and love be in your favor.
by the stars. Thank you.
Yes,
the
and tell your
worst
friends.
corporate life.
As
I'll
you-
have to write
as
that
you
one down.
Exit out the
By
door.
the stars.
Fucking shit.
Now, was I not here? When did I find out he got mixed in with some employment?
That was
No,
from,
That was
Aska's
you were
meeting.
there for that. Yeah,
That
that
was
was
the
the
jewel
dealing.
meeting.
Was the jewel stuff in order to agree to the price? It was like, and if we need stuff in the future, it wasn't like yes, we will work for you, but it wasn't no. It's kind of the same half-assed answer we give everyone who asks us if we'll work for them. Of like,
Gotcha.
depending on if it
We
comes
don't
up,
know what it'll
maybe.
be in 2 days. Well,
Hence the reaction of, oh right, we did that.
Yes, the one with Kaishari and Lias was way more like, hey, maybe you owe us a favor type
Yeah.
thing. This one was really just like, all right, thanks for doing business. If you want to get into any other shady shit, come find us.
Okay.
And they were like, "Oh, you found us," and Tula's
By
like, "This is not. This
What I
went so
wanted.
far
Okay.
off the rails.
I
We
thought
wound
this
up on
was
other
a
rails."
May I remind you all that was the same day that we learned that my dad is in hell and being tormented.
Oh, and the fool
Every
was there.
episode
Yeah.
could be 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Like 2 days ago.
Yeah, like 2 days
Jeez.
ago. We are very well.
We have
like
a full calendar, okay?
We are efficient.
we are not like stable people, but all things considered, we are like doing very well as like people with all
We
the
haven't
shit
had a
going
psychotic
on.
break since my wife died.
I feel like we've hit the point where there's just so much shit that you're like, we might
wasn't
as
even
well
a week
have
ago,
that
right?
This
happen.
entire group of people is just traveling in shock.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the PTSD to kick in. That's what's happening.
We're gonna get like 8 levels of exhaustion and die on the spot.
Everyone has stress heart attacks as soon as a moment of rest.
That's
That's
the end of the campaign, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Looks like your cholesterol's too high. Game over.
We've been living off of rations for most of the time, and sometimes we get really good food, and then, yeah, you know.
All right, as you
Extremes.
exit the Temple of Avandra and the disco light square hits your eyes once more, what are you doing?
I'm going back to the tower. I'm very discouraged right now.
Don't want to gamble on another temple.
Squish, squish, squish.
Is
And I'm going to have a fucking bath.
While at the tower, Zura's gonna do animal messenger.
Out down the spot.
It's less than 50 miles to the castle. Do you have the map?
Don't look at me.
It's the map.
What am I, a goddamn cartographer?
It's the map. It's the map.
Self-proclaimed, I think.
You have the most maps out of everyone. I only have
you have
That was
one.
an
all the
argument I
fucking
made at
maps.
one point, yes.
Did you have cartography tools? I remember something.
Oh,
I have the Diplomats kit. I don't remember.
I also did get a feat recently. I wanted to go see if I could stop and find a different church, but not for the same reason, because I need a healer's kit.
Oh yeah, it's definitely less than 50 miles.
Yeah, as you
Caleb's fault for
poke
putting a
around,
rule on there.
make an investigation check as you bumble around for.
Investigation. That's an 11.
An 11. You
That's rough.
look around the Oglyre ward, and it's weird. There aren't really many temples in the Oglyre ward or churches and stuff. You find a few shrines. Eventually, you do find on the south side of the ward actually you find like a little forest. Just kind of randomly in this city district. There's like a 2 city block area that's just woods.
Where the druids be.
And as you are walking up,
Oh, fuck the nudist.
you hear heavy axe falls just over and over and over again.
The Ren Fair.
And you turn the corner on this woods and you see a bunch of lumberjacks just fucking going for it, chopping down trees. And you see one just dust kicks up. 2 hobbits jump on top of it and start hacking it.
Shit.
No sooner does it hit the ground than you see the stump start to regrow quickly.
the
The
hell?
tree just starts to go back up.
Found the answer, guys.
What sorcery is this?
As you stand amazed, next to this forest, kind of like grown, not built, you do see this little, just kind of classic Western style church steeple building. And with your high religious senses, you pick up the symbols and signatures and stuff that this is
My spidey sense.
this is a temple to Terra, the goddess of the earth, and nature and life itself, essentially.
Dum-de-dum.
You walk past the lumberjacks into the building, and it's obviously very wood scented. As soon as you walk in, there are like fireflies, just kind of like spinning in a circle, making a chandelier out of bugs. And there are also just like flowers grown out of the sides and archways, and it's really a beautiful sight, and the whole thing feels alive and almost like it's breathing.
Yeah, I think he's in awe at that. He's gonna be taking it all in. Basically, he might go and if nobody's in there, he can tell immediately. He's probably gonna go look and touch the flowers and stuff because it's hard to fucking believe.
As your fingers touch the petals seem to almost grab you back, not in a malicious way, but just like a hand, shaking your hand, nice to meet you.
How do you do?
And it's very kind of trippy, but
What
very
the hell?
beautiful at the same time.
It's a wonderland.
This just consciousness that you can feel around you, and you hear soft footsteps kind of walk up behind you. Just go, very beautiful sight, isn't it?
I can hardly believe it. I've read a bit about it, but I've never heard of a living church.
Oh well, the word church gets thrown around, but we're more of a sanctuary. You turn and you see this.
Grateful Dead looking mother.
Bunch of goddamn
Honestly, he's pretty clean cut. He is a furbolg. He's very big. He looks older, but he's not very shaggy. He's clean cut. He's got a flower kind of braided into his hair a bit, and he's like, welcome. What can I do for you?
I was looking to see if I could purchase a healer's kit, actually. I'd practiced my medical arts for a while, and I wanted to, given some recent events, I'd need to get better at it.
Celestion.
That, yes.
Interesting.
That kind of healer.
You are that kind of cleric.
I am that kind of cleric, yeah.
And he just kind of
'Cause
notices
you got me.
your symbol. He goes, I like to see what individuals end up finding pilgrimage here. As for healers' kits, let me look. And he kind of goes into a back room for a bit. You kind of find yourself
The
just
junk
looking
chest.
up. And the more and more you look, the more details you find. Just like a little line of ants in the corner, making their way in and out of like perfectly spaced little doorways for ants in the corners of the room. And eventually he comes back with a little box and he goes, it seems to be slightly incomplete, but we did have one hanging around. We don't find much use for it here.
That's a blessing. Yoink. What do I owe you?
Nothing. She brought you here. It is my duty to help. And a man of faith as well. It's going to be in good hands.
Appreciate it. Do you know what's missing from it?
You know,
opens it
the
up.
helpful things.
He goes,
It's just tweezers.
in all honesty, I'm not that kind of cleric. But, and he kind of just like looks around the space and goes, I don't know, what do you think? And
Oh god.
a vine just like grows down out of the ceiling and flowers bloom on the end of it before just like dying slightly and falling off, and they fall right in the box.
What
And he
the
goes,
hell?
It was Nightshade. That's what was missing.
Oh, you
Good
kidding
call.
me?
Good call.
My god, if
And
you
he kind of
if you casted blight on this fucking church, it would all go up.
But then I'd also come back and fucking kill you, I'm sure.
Yeah,
The
you
whole
just.
thing's a mimic.
That's Monster House.
He moves it around, packages it up, and goes, best of luck, best of travels, and come see us again. We don't much have services, but anytime you need to clear your head or just get away from
It.
everything. It's a nice
The things
little
that haunt me.
nice little sanctuary in the big city.
I will take you up on that. It is excellent out here.
I didn't get your name.
Tulod.
Tulad, Mr. Tulad. I'm Faerun.
Favorite.
It is very nice to meet you.
It is excellent to meet you. I'm gonna go now. I have things to do, unfortunately.
We always do. No worries. And he just kind of nods his head and looks around the space before toddling off to wherever he came from. You walk back out, and the lumberjacks are still, like, now they've moved on to a different tree, and the one that they had just chopped down is about 20 feet tall and has branches starting to come out of it.
That's insane.
You only need like 3 trees. You're set forever.
Capitalism, baby.
Oh my god.
Stop.
Trick's gotta make money somehow.
Unlimited lumber.
City of that size, you need it.
Rome wasn't built overnight. Yeah, I'm heading back to the castle now.
And you were sending animal messages.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I really expected you to do the give him the kit and be like, oh, it's free, but you could make a small donation of 50 gold.
Fuck, man. Seems like
that
y'all
was
are
that was
not
the other
wanting for
temple.
anything.
They're not all bad,
But,
there are some good ones.
So the first message is gonna be, I find like a little raven, and and the first message is just, hello father, raided the gauntlet in Nefasto. Item is safe. Is there any other mission you have for me? Also attacked by druids in green. That's the first message. Second message, I'm gonna find another raven.
Good call.
Just like throw a
That's what
bird.
she was.
God.
Or it's the fucking, it's the
It's
vulture.
the-
It's the vulture from the Looney Tunes stuff where he's like, oh no.
And then it's just gonna be like, continue ... Those druids
Two.
Two.
Part 1.
Those druids bore a symbol circle of stars with half crescent moon underneath. Do you know who they are? They seem to have known me.
Alright. How does Animal Messenger work? They
So-
go,
Cool.
right?
What is
They
that?
go.
It's a messenger
They
thing, right?
find the person. It's 24 hours, up to 50 miles.
Oh, yeah, no, they're...
Is this?
It won't take
Do you
too long.
notice this happening?
I assumed, so like we were doing our gift thing and she's like in the corner writing by the window, and then at the end of it's like, well, we were going over those lessons for the ball. If you wanted to be
doesn't have to
included,
be.
I didn't want to presume anything. And then look over and there's like ravens at the window, and it's like I assume she's sending a message and then just go back to talking to you two.
Okay, druid stuff.
Right? Druid shit. She's
Druid shit.
druid with animals, whatever.
The weird part is the animal's messenger. It speaks your voice when it speaks to the
Oh,
person.
no.
It was just the birds from Incredibles.
So you're just like
Get off
staring
the
at it,
island.
giving it a verbal message, and then it like nods and flies off.
Yes.
Well, and then when it goes to find my father, the target was father. I don't think I mentioned that.
I mean, you said hello,
wait,
father,
yeah, I
so
did.
I would assume it was
but
father.
no, it's in Azura's voice. It's not even like a bird going. No,
Yeah,
it's
it's just straight up the
Azura's
audio.
voice.
Just like
Can I see
opens
the-
mouth,
can I see the
plays
messages?
tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so I know exactly what you're
It is his sheet, so he will need it back.
Fine.
Oh, you're not going to be able to read my handwriting.
Underestimate how bad mine is.
Jacob couldn't read it back to you.
Yeah, I had to think about it sometimes when reading.
Who's Theron, by the way?
I can't say shit. In my notes, I wrote free woman and went, what the fuck does that mean?
Isn't Torm in the city?
Last you guys saw him, yeah.
Last I saw him he was in the city.
Last you guys saw him was when you guys got to the city.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Didn't
like
he say
that
he had
was
like he had shit to do and then he like fucked off? Yeah.
It wasn't too
Yeah.
long ago.
We
5 days ago?
immediately got into trouble, so it's hard to tell.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys met Kirk
Oh.
after that. And then
Yeah.
killed a Galen.
No, we had a wonderful night, and then we did a terrorist
Yeah.
act.
Blair worked. Blair worked for the first time ever.
Blair did work.
That is
Mhm.
true. I forgot about that. So as you guys continue to work, Talad eventually comes back from his travels after you send your message. You said you wanted a bath.
A boss.
Uh-huh.
So Talad
Hello.
goes and takes a bath.
So I'm gonna. Hi.
Ugh. Well, when you're done, I'm giving manner lessons for the ball if you're interested, but if not, no worries. I just thought I'd offer.
I think that might be nice.
Perfect. Just meet up
Kirk
with us
goes,
when you're done.
Might be necessary.
And then she shoots him a look to be like, silence.
I had that.
We're being nice to them.
So he goes up into the loft, and Azura, I assume, is still up there because that's where the loft is where the bath is. You're up there in the loft.
Azura is also now wearing her tiara.
Oh my god.
She's getting
As
practice.
soon as you heard ball, you put that on.
She is that one chick who's like getting ready for like homecoming queen and putting on like a fake crown every day because she thinks she's gonna win.
I feel like Blair and Azura would have spent like the 4 hours where it's just the two of them for like a couple of days before shopping, like planning outfits and stuff, and 100% you were wearing the tiara the entire time. Like it's your ball mindset.
Imagine one of the designers was like, "This dress would match a lot better without the. Don't even think about it. We'll find a different dress."
Some Snyder mark that, well, I should have brought my nicer crown.
Yeah.
I packed my backup crown.
We had a discussion about this.
No, yeah, because I had two ideas for the tiara. One of them was just too
We
jeweled
decided
and all
one
that.
was a ceremonial crown and one was the crown that she would take with her on
Yeah,
trips.
The one that she has on trips is more like it's more bare bones. It's like a bunch of like branches that look, or it's made of metal, but it's like in the shape of branches.
No,
and
when I
such
tell you that we
into,
real
like,
life,
a
like,
antler horn
basically
kind
we're
of
role
feeling.
playing like,
great.
well,
And then
it's a nice
a
crown,
crescent
but is it the
moon
crown you would have
at
taken it
the-
with
at,
you?
like, the
She
center.
Is
has
that the one you brought or the one?
two.
That's the one I brought, and that's the one I'm using.
Sick.
Well, then you got a
Very
ceremonial.
noticeable.
Two Luds up
Very
in the
visible
loft,
now.
basically.
Yeah,
and
she's
you're,
wearing it now today.
you're trying on stuff, and he's like starting
See,
to
Blair
throw
just
his shit
ordered
on the
one.
floor because he's fucking
Yeah, Kirk's just
done.
like. So it went well, I take it.
Swimmingly,
That
can't
is
you
a
tell?
amount of
He
snark.
starts taking off the chain shirt, and he's already running the bath. Unless you want to see my naked ass, I'd suggest moving out of the loft if you're up here.
The
Tempt
three of
me
us
with
are still
it.
down there.
Yeah, we're all.
He
Kirk is up
followed
there.
to give you sass. It's just like following behind.
Kirk,
the
stay.
little-
No, I'm kidding. No,
Just to
Kirk
ridicule
literally
you.
wouldn't have. He's like reading a book on a couch or something. He wouldn't have looked up. Like he just saying things off to you.
Just following you, ridiculing you the whole time.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the shit.
Bet you'll find one tomorrow.
Yeah, as you guys are conversing and having your manner lessons and finishing up the crown measurements,
Deportment.
eventually
Manners
Azura.
and deportment.
What did you say?
Isn't it deportment? What am I thinking of?
What are you
is it?
thinking?
Department?
No, like manner lessons, like.
Not deportment.
No, that's what I'm like. Not that. It's close, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no, you're. I would just say etiquette.
I don't know. I didn't go to Cotillion.
Neither. Are you being Catiled?
Eventually Azura, in the window,
Yeah.
a raven. Hello, daughter.
Jesus. Wait, already? Like 30 minutes passed by?
Yeah,
He's in the city.
he's nearby.
Okay,
not
God, he's a
too
lot closer than I
far.
thought he was.
Yeah, he's. You don't know where he is, but he's after.
To imagine that's the stance
At that
too.
moment, you're like, "Wow, that was fast." Oh, he's probably nearby. And he goes, "Hello, daughter. Well, that is good news about the gauntlet and the item. Although the green is a bit concerning." Another bird flies in. I'll have to check my notes. But it does sound a bit like the clover lit.
It's lit.
I'm not sure. That is how it's spelled, so it's fine. That is how it's spelled.
I couldn't see him because I was looking down at my phone. Thank you both with.
Niner Nation, y'all, it's
Can you
lit.
tell we lived together?
Hey, when you did meet them, they burned the house down.
Ah, well. Why is it always arson?
Arson is fun.
Why, with the two of us, is it always arson?
We
Sorry,
definitely
Why
started
is it with this
fire.
group?
Clover lit.
It was all
Like
our
clover,
fault. and Now
clover,
houses are
and
burning.
L-I-T.
We totally started the fire.
Our theme song.
And after like 5 minutes, so like you process this information, and you're about to do like whatever your next steps
He
are.
dimension doors right in front of me.
That'd be funny.
Thanos. Just appeared. No,
I
a
always thought
third.
dimension door would be a physical door sometimes. That'd be fucking hilarious if you fucking like slam that shit behind you.
Oh, I love it.
A third raven does enter the
Oh,
space. And,
Okay.
Are you going to the ball?
This takes like carrier pigeon to a whole nother level of just
It's
being
scarier
bombarded by
pigeon.
talking
Carrier
birds.
pigeon. We also need bats for that too.
True.
I guess I use Animal Messenger to say yes.
Would you like?
Well, you can reply with the third one.
You can reply?
Yeah.
You can reply to
I
me?
don't think you're gonna.
I don't
No,
think
that's
you can.
sending. My bad.
Yeah, yeah. Animal Messenger does not have a reply.
Well, I guess you
So-
can't fucking send it.
I
Bro.
mean,
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to use it. I can use it in a spell, but we're not going to
Do you
use
have any
it.
way to magically trace where the bird / message came from?
No, I don't have IP Finder.
Can't do find my iPhone.
Don't you have like find object or
Find my
something?
father. Oh,
it
man.
only goes up to 1,000 feet, though.
Yeah, and the birds came back in like
Locate person spell, anything?
the birds came back in like 30 minutes.
Not
Can't you
that
like
far
find
out.
something father always carries with
I can
him?
do locate creature up to 1,000 feet, though. But I mean, that
1,000
there's no
feet.
way he's within 1,000 feet.
We're-
Is 300 feet down.
Yeah, 1,000
So if
feet
you
is
do
the castle.
Pythagorean theorem,
If these are calls coming from outside the house.
We're walking around trying to ping your dad.
Azura has pinged a lot of people's dads.
I mean, she likes them mature.
got a little bit of salt and pepper.
But yeah, she will.
Isn't she like 100? Oh.
She's 160.
You're older than me?
180, my bad.
Fucking
You're
read, bro.
small.
She's 5'2". What of it, bitch?
Step up.
But no,
I don't
she
know
have to
what kind of
step down.
bigotry this is, but it is.
It's fucking great.
she'll send another raven to say yes, I will be at the ball all 3 nights, and be announcing myself. If you would like to join.
Wow, this is a lot of conversation. It's been
Hello, daughter.
4 birds now.
The raven's like,
Birds coming back.
please just fucking meet up.
Yeah, would you like to say where you are?
I guess, yeah, that's a good point. She would have done that.
If you'd like to continue the conversation. I'm currently at Castle.
Fucking castle called?
Oglair?
We're at Arglar Castle.
I should know that.
I had enough words to say we're at Arglar
For
Castle.
sure. Okay, you send the raven out.
Fuck yeah, we're going to the ball.
Just. I kind of just like a lot of birds.
Everything okay over there?
Just talking to my father.
That's a lot of messages.
There's a lot of
Everything
birds.
okay?
Catching up.
Fair.
I've had a lot of things go on.
Yeah, there's like a pause of like, oh, yeah. And then just continue. So I guess whenever you're done with your bath, you can join in. We'll give you
Yeah.
like a brief. I will let you guys teach him to prove that like you've learned. We're gonna use like student teaching method.
He's gonna blah, 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 in the bath for a little while and brood and send unseen servants to like take care of cleaning some of his shit because gross.
6 people's blood on it.
God.
It's a few different kinds. You guys do your etiquette and stuff.
He'll come down in a robe, I guess.
Azura's gonna mess with you guys, say the wrong things.
Blair is trying desperately to correct.
Is this something you guys want to get into?
I mean, we can. That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what can we do to
You
pad
can
it
fucking
out?
roll for it if you want.
Oh no.
Roll for etiquette. Charisma checks.
Send it.
Okay. So
See who has the
the
best
students,
etiquette.
the teachers, what are we doing? Everybody?
Well, I think the teachers,
Which is
would
in
need
line with
to
your character.
show-
You wouldn't really know
first
etiquette
of
very
all.
well.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll say as Blair and Azura are showing everyone how to act standing
So are
up
you
straight.
helping or hindering me? Like, are you trying to teach or are you trying to corrupt?
Oh no.
Like, am I rolling against
Well,
you?
so she would corrupt, but like she would after be like, no, I was just kidding. It's actually
Okay.
this."
Some
She
people
won't.
will take
she
it
won't
literally.
be like, yeah.
That's what I was trying to see. Like, are you just trying to
No,
fuck
yeah.
with
she'll,
them, or
she'll fuck with you a little bit, and then she'll realize you're
Really?
taking
I'm
it
supposed
serious.
to hold the spoon like that?
And then she's like,
then
oh,
she sees you're taking it seriously and fixes it? So you're not trying to hinder
So
me.
I will say, as you guys go through this course as teachers, go ahead and give performance checks. As you
Awesome.
guys are talking this big talk. Let's see what you get. 21.
Toys.
Got a nat 19.
You're gonna get higher
Shit.
than me.
That is a 22.
22. Both of them, they obviously have grown up in these environments. Everything is silky smooth. They teach you how to address people. They teach you how to even just walk into places. Apparently, that's a certain way you have to do it. Escorted or not escorted.
Escorting.
How you carry yourself means different things.
How to walk
Did you ever watch
upstairs
the
in a
movie
dress.
or the musical thing, like Anastasia? Where, like, they're trying to teach her how to be a princess technically
I
again?
can learn to do it.
Yep,
You can
yep.
learn to do it.
It's like learning how to stand is a whole thing.
So, I will make track of those, because just like the pop quizzes, those do play into a secret little mechanic I have going.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
You guys will learn about eventually.
We passed.
Um,
God, I hoped was so.
Aska, are you taking part in this? Because Kirk is abstaining. Kirk is not entertained in this
Right.
whatsoever.
I won't not like. I'll be paying attention because that's a thing that I do. But I feel like I would have had some degree of this already in school and with the guard or the militia, or whichever it was that I did my work study program with.
Tulad would have had some experience because, affluent family and acolyte, that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's definitely some knowledge. It's way more like intricacies of the
Yeah.
culture.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the big part of it is like, oh, don't say those words in that order because you sound like a hillbilly.
Yeah.
Say it like this.
That would definitely happen.
We're just doing
But for the two of
cotillion.
you,
If it's rolling charisma, is it?
it's performance rolls. But your teachers did such a good job that you guys get to roll at advantage. And to see if you guys
do we only have 2 students officially?
What about
Naomi would hesitantly be watching the whole time and like taking notes. She would not ask to join. If you pulled her into it, she probably would.
I mean, I would have asked everyone, so I would have
Yeah.
actively asked her.
She kind of like hesitantly walks up and is watching you guys perform and is like sketching and taking notes and stuff. She looks very unsure, but she also will roll at advantage. And you do get a look at her notebook later, and it's like actually pretty fucking in depth. It's like step by steps of like everything you guys said. She really noted it out.
By this time, she's got to have like 3 notebooks full of shit already.
It's
With that
not
much-
really. She's been here like a week. I mean, she has other stuff in there, but her notebook that she has is pretty
Oh,
big.
okay.
It's not like actually the size of the one that's in the.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's a little bigger.
Here's a tone.
17.
17.
Wow.
Not bad, not bad.
18. Because I got a +1 modifier.
Okay.
I have a little.
Look at our students doing so well.
Then they do well. You guys do, and not just do well, but you feel like you retain it. You feel like you get a little taller, a little more dignified, and you feel a little dirtier for some reason. It's just a little slimy. You're sure that goes away though.
It's also because I'm in a bathrobe.
So a lot is comfy.
They're
We have
very
a very
soft.
cute visitor.
Princess in her castle.
One.
Aw.
She's adorable.
She's like peeking under the curtain for a minute, and it's like,
Oh, Jacob said so. No, I was seeing if she would show up on stream.
Oh, I think we're paused.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
somehow.
frozen.
Ah.
Damn it. We've been going for a hot minute.
Everything's fine on my end.
No,
No,
I
I
just
know.
saw us on the recording part of it. We're
Recording
good.
on one.
Everywhere
Oh,
else.
which is
That's
interesting.
weird.
Pause and then resume? Or stop or resume?
Do pause.
Yeah, no.
So